I'm Stephen Tobolowsky, and I'm on the list. Happy Groundhog Day.
What is the number one reason why people should watch Groundhog Day on Groundhog Day?
There's no better tradition than sitting around the television with friends and family and lovers and children and say, let's just laugh our heads off and watch this once-in-a-lifetime great movie.
How long did it take to shoot that scene on the curb with Bill Murray?
Harold Ramis wasn't sure what day he wanted to look like in the movie. So we shot it in sun, we shot it in rain, we shot it in snow. And so it took 3 weeks, 3 weeks to shoot the scenes of Bill and myself on Main Street.
Did you know that there's a plaque on that exact spot where you shot that scene in that town?
They flew my little self over to Woodstock, Illinois to christen that plaque where Bill was a very angry camper that day, stepping in that. When we shot that scene, it was so cold, it was like an army experiment. We had body warmers on every part of our clothing, and Bill had to step into that icy cold water time and time again. It was wonderful.
So essentially, he really wasn't acting because he looked very unhappy.
Very unhappy, and his foot was wrapped in saran wrap, and then they put that skin diver equipment, that neoprene foam over his saran wrap. Then they put several layers of socks. Then they put heaters in his shoe, but he still had to step in that cold. It makes me so happy just to think about it.
I read somewhere that you wrote your final scene in the movie. Is that true? And if so, what was it like?
Yeah, that was true. I had finished shooting all those street scenes, and I flew back to California, and then I got a call from Trevor Albert, the producer of the movie, saying that they wanted more Ned in the movie. So I flew back, and Harold Ramis told me it was going to be some sort of scene at the end of the movie where Ned comes back and we see him at the slave auction where Bill Murray gets voted on by all those women. And there was never a scene. And we were going to lose our location in about 1 week. And as the week went by, I never heard when we were going to shoot nor what the scene was going to be. So I got nervous and I wrote a scene. I gave the little page to Harold Ramis and to Bill Murray to say, do you like this scene? And they both said, let's fine, let's shoot it. So we shot it. It was one take, one print. And that's the scene that's in the movie where I list all the different types of insurance that Bill bought from me. It was the happiest day of my life. Let's go get something to eat. No, let's not. And that was the scene that I wrote at the end of the movie.
Now, you've been in over 100 movies and TV shows. What is your number one favorite role?
The number one favorite role, it depends on what your criteria is. I would say the most fun I've ever had is on Californication. Go figure. Certainly the greatest movie I was ever in and the most intense experience I ever had was Groundhog Day.
Let's talk about your new book, The Dangerous Animals Club. What is the number one reason why people should buy that book?
Number one reason to buy Dangerous Animals Club is so people can think you're crazy laughing on the bus or subway and having Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola fly out your nose while you're laughing.
Do you have any upcoming movies or TV shows that you want to talk about?
Certainly, Justified is coming out. I have more Californication coming out, so be watching for me on those two shows. I'm doing book tours with Dangerous Animals Club, doing book tours around the country. I'm going to be in Seattle on Groundhog Day, where I'll be doing stories from tell stories about Groundhog Day in a book signing, and I'll be in New York and in Dallas, Texas after that. So I'll be bopping around the country doing shows promoting the book.